It's always interesting and frustrating to me that after 46 years in the field, I still find myself defending movement, not explaining it, not celebrating it, defending and justifying it, as if movement is some kind of optional extra or a behavior problem waiting to happen, or something we allow only when it contributes to academic learning. And I think that says more about us, the adults, than it does about children. Because here's the truth: movement is not a dirty word. Movement is not a disruption. Movement is not a sign that a child is unprepared, unregulated, or uncooperative. Movement is development. It is the language of early childhood. They were born to move. It is how they think, how they process, how they make sense of the world. And yet, in so many early childhood environments, movement is treated like a threat, something to be minimized, controlled, or earned. I watched this pattern repeat for over 4 decades. A child wiggles, and suddenly we're talking about attention. A child runs, and suddenly we're talking about safety. A child climbs, and suddenly we're talking about rules. We've created a culture where the most natural, biologically expected behaviors are framed as problems. And then we wonder why children struggle. Movement becomes a dirty word when adults are uncomfortable with the energy of childhood, when we prioritize quiet over curiosity, when we value compliance over engagement, when we forget that learning is not a still activity. It never has been. Think about the last time you learned something new. You probably shifted in your seat. You probably gestured with your hands. You probably stood up, paced, stretched, or repositioned yourself. Adults do this freely, but children are expected to sit still, stay quiet, keep their hands to themselves, and somehow absorb information only through their eyes, their ears, and or the seat of their pants. When we know that the more senses children involve, the more information they acquire and retain. And when sheer willpower doesn't help them sit still, which is predictable, we label it misbehavior. Movement isn't the problem, our expectations are. When we treat movement as something to suppress, we send children a message: your body is wrong, your instincts are wrong, your way of learning is wrong. And that message follows them. It shapes their confidence, their identity, their relationship with school. But when we treat movement as a partner in learning, when we build it into the day, when we allow it without apology, when we stop acting like it's a disruption or that children exist only from the neck up, everything changes. Children regulate better, they focus longer, they engage more deeply, they feel seen, they feel understood, they feel like they belong, and they feel joy. Movement is not a dirty word. It's a developmental right. And if we want early childhood environments that support children, we have to stop treating movement as something to justify. We have to stop apologizing for it. We have to stop acting like it's an aberration. Movement is learning. Movement is thinking. Movement is childhood. And it's time we said that out loud, without hesitation, without defensiveness, and without fear of who might disagree.